Time to get back to tonight's challenge. We've all bought supercars for less than £10,000. We're doing a number of challenges with them as we go on one of our frankly epic voyages from Bristol here to a lap dancing bar in Slough about here.
When you look at it like that, it's not exactly the most arduous journey ever undertaken, is it? Nevertheless, it's taken us half a day to get to about here, and so far we've learnt that James's Lamborghini is rubbish, Jeremy's Maserati is slow, and my Ferrari
isn't a Ferrari.
It is!
It is not a Ferrari. Teeth, be quiet.
Let's
get back to the action. While you were away, the cars had their tanks drained and were then given 25 litres to get them to the lap dancing club in Slough, 96 miles away. To get to Slough, with the fuel we've just put in, we have to average 17 miles to the gallon.
Apparently, yes.
Which in a normal car...
No problem.
Piece of cake.
These aren't entirely normal cars.
It had become obvious that the lack of castle cool had hurt my engine badly. Now this is a half French, half Italian car. That's a worry. You see, when the French and the Italians come together to do cooking, that's great. When they come together to make a car, run. Run for your life.
Now, I'm following Jeremy in his Maserati. I'm doing 48 miles an hour. And I get the distinct impression that he's going flat out.
Look at that, overtake. For our next challenge, we had to go to a service centre.
That'll help. Right, challenge, I think.
It's just a bit tappety.
Yeah.
In the way that
both ends.
a dumper truck is.
Yeah.
Right.
I would stall.
You are now in a race. With no outside help, each of you must change the oil in your car and all the spark plugs.
These are... actually, come to think of it, you've got a V6, we've got V8.
Well, you've got
That's
6
a good
spark
point.
plugs, but I've never held a spanner in my life.
Well, he has, but that's unlike old British motors.
All I have to do now is demonstrate to you two why I'm a doctor of engineering, twice.
The good doctor then started work on his spark plugs rather than changing his oil, which was actually quite deep.
Well, no, you'll need it to be hot for the oil to drain because it's thin. Otherwise you get big lumpen bits, in your case full of metal hanging around at the bottom of your engine.
Oddly, James began by doing housework.
The bonnet is eating my head.
So the good doctor came up with an engineering solution. Meanwhile, James had got going and got stuck.
Don't see how I'm going to do that.
While Jeremy had resorted to shouting.
Come on! Come on!
That sounds like I'm in a porn film.
Their problem was inaccessible spark plugs. Not something that was trying to look. Actually, dawdling.
I don't want to win by too much.
Oh, I can't get at this one. Oh, look, it's obscured by this lead.
You've got mechanics butt cheek, do you know that?
After a brisk 50 minutes, Dr. Clarkson had finished changing his plugs.
Yes! All 6.
And set about making a mess of his oil change.
That went well.
Meanwhile, James was being pedantic, and I was hampered by height issues.
7!
The race to the finish was between me and the doctor. Yes? That's it.
Yow! First to start their engine. We've got the times.
Yes, in 5
1
seconds.
hour, 13 minutes, 0.2 for you.
Yeah.
13.25 for me. Half a second. I may have made a bit of a mess there.
Meanwhile,
I'm quite happy doing this if you'd like to sod off.
As we left Chippenham, it became clear that the pit stop hadn't really done my Maserati much good. That's a great sound. Our next challenge was in the town of Marlborough. All I had to do was get there. Put all the dials here. My oil temperature, -20. Fuel, depends on what sort of corner I'm going round. Time, wrong. Battery, wrong. Never mind, could be worse. This time, James had broken down outside a school. At lunchtime.
Where did it go, James?
This is humiliating.
What has he done?
The best thing we can do to help James now is just go. Yes. Eventually we made it into Marlborough, where the locals could sense the tension of an upcoming three-way duel. Supercars are notoriously hard to see out of. They also have very heavy clutches and very heavy steering. So, which would be the easiest to park?
Right, we have to park our supercars in this space against the clock.
And Hammond's first, you ready? Go!
This space is not big enough for this car.
Is he going to hit?
I'm about right!
Are you, like, looking where you're going or using the force?
Yes! 2 points.
You know, Ferrari...
That's it, I'm parked!
Parked, have you? I'll go and...
Perfect.
I'll call a
Shall I
cab and then you can get
walk-
to the curb.
Have a little walk down the curb to your car.
1 minute, 38.7.
Go! Next, it was the turn of the Pauline Moran.
18 years I lived in London, making this a piece of cake.
There you go! That's a touch.
That wasn't a touch.
Is it heavy, mate?
Will the engine last as long as this manoeuvre?
There, finished.
One
That is
minute.
so neat.
1 minute.
1 minute exactly.